my scrappy friends, welcome to my channel today, and this is my first share for Colour Blast for 2018. So I'm actually running with the January challenge, which is this. So it's the sketch, which I really love, plus Colour Blast, of course, plus it says black cardstock, but I have no black cardstock, so I'm kind of thinking outside the square, and I found this black pattern paper, and it's got I love you more, and I love you more than you'll ever know, and it made me think of my kids, so I found a photo of them, which is this one. I grabbed it at the end of last year. We were at the beach, and so I thought that with the lightness and brightness of the colours in it, it would be a perfect match for this black background. And what I'm going to do is essentially flip these two over, because of the way my photo is, the way the boys are kind of looking up, and this one's kind of looking off into the distance, which kind of makes sense, and this one's kind of looking up and to the right. So I'm going to go with my placement there. I've pulled out a bunch of supplies. I had one idea to use some more of this same collection, and then I thought I will pull out some scraps, and then I was looking for more of a particular colour, and I found a jelly bean soup. Yes, jelly bean soup range. No, yes, hang on. Yes, jelly bean soup, bowl of dreams collection. Now this is more cream based, but I think I can make it work. So I am going to pop you on fast forward. It is 9:30 on a Friday night. I have work early tomorrow morning, so I'm probably going to get as far as my gesso in the background tonight. But I'll pop you on fast forward, and then I will walk you through my process. Enjoy. So I am back. As you can see, what am I doing? I am applying some gesso. Now I wanted to show you really quickly here. I had left some colour paste to dry on my silicone spatula, and I wanted to show you just how easily it peeled off and how cleanly it, seriously, like that paste just peeled off without a drama at all. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that in case you have ever left your tools like I often do with stuff on them. So as you can see, I have messily applied 2 spots of the black heavy gesso. As I mentioned before, I've kind of flipped the sketch. I think that's horizontally. Flipping and horizontal and vertical, that's just confusing. So I flipped it. The right is on the left and the left is on the right. Using my colour shimmer sprays. First up, I started with the Fire Engine, and then I have used the Sunshine, and as you saw, I literally just squirted some colour on the page. At this point I decided I wanted to add a third colour, but not before I clean up a little bit. And I'm going to grab my deep water colour shimmer spray as well. Again, I'm just going to squirt it on. You'll see in just a second that I'm going to have a few troubles with this bottle. I think I need to just clean the nozzle out. The mica powder sometimes gets stuck in there, but they're super easy to clean out. And you can see it's left lots of splatters, and I kind of went, what am I going to do? And then I went, of course, splatters. What mixed media page doesn't have splatters? So I have dried that off. As you can see, I tried to add splatters using the nozzle of the spray bottle, but I wasn't getting big enough splatters, so I've grabbed my favorite brush. And I'm just dipping it in and splattering to my heart's content. As you can see, I got too much on there in that first go, so I just rolled it off with my paper towel and try again. So I get some beautiful big splatters with this, and love the effect that I get. So I'm going to do and the Fire Engine, Sunshine on top of the Sunshine spray, and the Fire Engine on top of the Fire Engine spray. And if I haven't mentioned it already, these colours on this black background, on any black background, look amazing. I love them. You get such a beautiful shimmer. They so stand out. If you haven't tried it yet, give it a go. So with that brush, I also got a few smaller splatters on those colours, so I went back in with the nozzle from the deep water and added a few more smaller splatters as well, just so it kind of all looked like it was how it was meant to be. I'm adding a few layers behind my photo. So I'll tell you the ones I know. I'm fairly certain this is a Heidi swap, that pink. This blue breaks my heart every time I use it. It's the last remnants from the baby collection that I had for my oldest son. It was Babysaurus by Little Yellow Bicycle. I don't even know if they're still around, but yes, this was one of my very first scrapbooking collections, if not my first. I didn't realize they made scrapbooking collections per se. So I'm a little bit sentimentally attached to that, but that's okay. Better to use it than have it sit in my stash and no one see it. This yellow is from Stampin' Up. I'm just distressing the edges on all of the papers that I use. Decided to trim this blue down a tiny bit. I kind of cringed when I did that because those little tiny slivers, I know I can't use them for anything, but if I'd left them attached to the other scrap, I might have been able to use them. Us scrapbookers are funny creatures, aren't we? So then one more mat around my photo, and I'm using this from Bella Boulevard, Illustrator Faith. I think it's the You Are Love collection. And it just brought all those colours in together. And I really love... I actually really love this page. It was kind of nothing like what I envisioned it to be, but kind of is as well. I did kind of go a bit crazy with colour and almost ended up with a rainbow explosion on my page, but I really am happy with how it turned out. I'm working on that top cluster now, and as you can see, I'm just adding a few scraps. It's the beauty of shopping in your scrap box is using the papers, using the little bit. I'm going to add in my couple of little banners here. And I'm just using the same papers that I used for that main cluster, just for the continuity. Adding my little banner there, and then I went to cut just a piece and then went, oh, hang on the sketch, there's another little banner. It's a wider, shorter banner, and it goes behind the skinnier, longer banner. So I muck around, make them a tiny bit shorter, you know, a few millimeters here and there makes a huge difference. Then I pulled out some Charms Creations embellishments. I started with these teal and black and white ones because I thought they looked really cool. And then I remembered that I'd won this pack, and it's the DIY Charms Creations, and I love them. They colour up beautifully, which you'll see in a minute. I did start out with 3, and you would have seen already that I only ended up with 2 on my page. I'm clearing my desk. That is Colour Shimmer Cube in Singin' the Blues, because let's add some more colour. And you can see I'm just painting that straight on. I wish I'd zoomed in a bit here, but I'm going to, if I haven't already, try to remember to insert a photograph of the 3 of these painted up. The shimmer on them is absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. I didn't show you that. I am showing you there that I have stuck together all of my bits of paper, and I've added a little bit of stitching to both of those clusters. You can see there that I have also added in 3 punched circles in green. Let's add another colour. And then for my title, I decided, I was looking through my chipboard and I found this Cherish chipboard piece, which is from Dusty Attic, that I had previously, I had used the white heavy gesso and embossed it with the Tangerine Dream, and I thought, oh, I really love the pop of orange to this page, so I grabbed some of my veneer hearts and I embossed those as well. All of these hearts received 2 coats of the embossing powder, and as I have been lately, I added some cardboard behind my photo for a little bit of dimension, and I'm just going to start sticking things down. I really love that pop of green as well. The pop of green, the pop of orange, the pop of blue. Like I said, this turned into a rainbow explosion. It was not my intention. Not at all. So I just normally use my tacky glue to glue my Charms Creations down. I have also stapled them. Hot glue works. But normally my tacky glue is what I have on my desk. These flares, I know that 2 of them are from they're old. They've been in my stash forever. I may have been hoarding them. That one there says, I love you to the stars and back, which is what I say to my kids, which is the name of my like blog and YouTube channel and stuff. It's what I say to my kids. And I never wanted to use them, but I've wanted to use them on every layout. So I finally got it on a page. The one that I put on the top left hand side of the photo from memory is a heart that I got from, I cannot remember where. Suddenly in the last 6 months bought all this flare and won this flare, and I don't know what's from where. Yeah, so that heart, and then the one in the top cluster is also from the same set that has I love you to the stars and back. And I think it says cutie pie. As you can see though, I decided to punch a slightly bigger green circle to go behind that chevron. The smaller one was just a tiny bit too small, and this bigger one was just perfect. I think I went from a 3/4 of an inch to a 3/8 of an inch, or maybe the other way around. I don't, that doesn't sound right to me. But anyway, I did punch a bigger circle. I'm making some thread nest with some yellow thread because there's not a great deal of yellow kind of on that top layer, so I thought I would bring that to the top. And those pops of orange, I love what it does for this page. Love it. It's so bright. It's so fun. I've got this beach photo of my kids. They're looking adorable. My oldest son is wearing fluoro pink shorts because that's just how he rolls. My younger boy has got almost that tangerine dream color on his shirt in some writing. The water is lovely and clear and blue, and it's just gorgeous. So yeah, I love how the photo pops and all the colors pop on this page. I mucked around with these veneer for ages, trying to decide if I wanted to put 1 or 2 there, and then gave up and started working on my top cluster. What I've done is I've left all my threads long in the back, mostly because I'm lazy. Well, not, but because I kind of go, you know what, it's going to be tucked behind and I'll just make sure it doesn't come off. So that's exactly what I do. Now I muck around with this flare badge for ages. I can't remember if I left the footage in or if I took it out. I move it and I move it and I move it and I move it and I move it. In the end, I just went, you know what, I'm just going to stick it down and it can stay wherever it ends up. Just trimming some of those threads down while I think about the placement of that flare. The things we do, hey? Again, just using my tacky glue to stick that down. And I use my tub of gesso and another bottle of glue to hold it down, just because underneath it's... What am I doing? I'm making another thread nest for that last flare. Adding some foam just because that flare badge has a little bit of dent in the... like it's a different height. I wanted to make sure it's stuck. There was something on my photo. I was checking to make sure everything looked good and realised, whoopsies, that heart's not stuck down, so I stick that down. I think I come in with my journaling next, maybe? Let's see. It's a surprise for everyone. Oh, I'm not sure where I've gone. Yes, journaling. I can't actually remember what I wrote there. If you want to read it, I'm sure you can pause it and read it. Added a date stamp, and that is my layout completed. So I really love how this turned out. The challenge this month is so fun, especially if you've got some of those shimmer products. I really want to encourage you to pull them out and use them on some black cardstock, or if you don't have black cardstock like me, go with some black pattern paper. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. I really appreciate all of your likes, all of your comments, all of the love that you leave me. Welcome to all my new subbies, and I shall see you again in my next video. Have a fantastic, scrappy, messy day. Bye!